What is going on, everybody? It's Nothing But Skills, and in today's Division 2 video, we are going to be going over all the vendors in the Division 2. If you haven't found out already, the vendors currently have some really good items. Every single vendor has been upgraded, so they should have some really good roles in there, something that could be useful for your build. So I think going forward, we'll probably start doing vendor resets on this channel again. Probably something what you used to see on my channel years ago. Well, not years ago, but when I did the Division 1. So it's going to be a perfect time for us to dive right into the vendors, as all of them have named items, and there's a lot of them. So we'll get through this, and then hopefully you guys enjoy these types of videos. So if we go straight to the vendor,
What can I do for you?
this is the first one at the base of operation. We have the Emily's Guard. Now this is going to give us a maxed out 15% SMG damage, 10.5% critical hit chance, and 2.9% rate of fire. Remember, Emily's Guard has perfect preservation. Killing enemy repairs 12% of your armor over 5 seconds. Headshot kills improve the repair by additional 12%. So that could be a total of 24% repair armor, right? But you got to get those headshots so you can get the max value returned. Pretty nice rolls on something. If you guys are looking for something like this, could be. Remember, all SMGs did get a buff. Now we look at the MP7. We have SMG damage on here, critical hit chance, and then 3.9% rate of fire. This comes with Sadist. Deal 20% weapon damage to bleeding enemies. After 4 kills, applies bleed to the next enemy hit. Another SMG that got buffed. So if you're looking at something, the roll on here isn't too bad at all. We have the ACR, which is an assault rifle. This has maxed out assault rifle damage, 15%. So if you want to add that to your recalibration station, you can. Pretty good roll. It does have health damage, headshot damage. I would probably roll that health damage to a higher roll. And then amplifies weapon damage by 2% for every 5 meters you are away from your target. So this does have range on here. We have a pistol. The 93R, this comes with pistol damage, magazine size, and then future perfect weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 15 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. So this is actually a new weapon talent, and then they have it on the pistol here. So if you guys want to add this one, I'm sure most of you guys don't have this just yet. For the backpack, we have the Outsummon backpack, which comes with skill tier, skill haste, skill damage. This is actually a really good skill backpack that I might actually even pick up. It comes with Wicked. Applying its status effects increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. Now we do have a Sokolov chest, which has weapon damage, status effects, and almost maxed out health roll. So if you want that for your, and then it comes with Spotter. We do have offensive system firearm mod, and this is going to be 4.4% critical hit chance. And then we have a deflect duration mod right here. We also have a turret mod for skill haste, and then we have the chem launcher, a damage mod of 6.4% damage.
Good trading with you.
The next thing we're going to head over to is going to be the clan vendor. So we are currently at the level 30 clan vendor, and the named weapon they have here is Burnout. So Burnout's going to give us 12% assault rifle damage, 15.5% health damage, and then 9.1% accuracy. Now the talent on here is perfectly on empty. Reloading from empty grants 40% weapon handling for 10 seconds. So if you're looking for this named item, it's here. Now for the green gear sets that are available at the clan vendor, they do have a tip of the spear with 12% weapon damage, 4,200 armor regeneration. They have some aces and eights gloves with 10.5% weapon damage, and then 8% explosive damage. And then they have True Patriot holster with 139,000 armor, 10% skill haste. So if you're looking for these 3 gear pieces, they're here. The double barrel shotgun they have available has 11% shotgun damage, 9% damage to armor, 7.5% critical hit chance. It also has weapon. It has Optimus on here for weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. They have the Police MK17, which is going to be 12% rifle damage, 14% critical damage, 10% magazine size with preservation on there. They have the Yao gloves, 161,000 armor rolled on the gloves. If you look at this is a little bit better than what I have in my recalibration station. So that's what I'm going to be putting there. And then we do have headshot damage in here, armor regeneration. Now we have the RNK backpack, which comes with calculated. It has skill tier, health, and then critical hit chance. We have the covert SRS, which is going to have marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, 5% damage to armor. And then the killer talent, we have the chest piece, the Petrov chest piece, 10% weapon damage, 9.8% skill damage, 4,900 armor regeneration with Intimidate. Now remember, while you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. So actually a pretty good chest talent that you can run on those shield builds. I kind of like it. We have the Overlord chest piece, which is going to give us 12% weapon damage, 4,200 armor regeneration, 9% hazard protection, and it has kinetic movement. And then for the mods, they have a disrupt resistant mod. We also have the Firefly max target mod, skill duration mod for your utility mod slots, and then terminal we have for the drone we have scan range. So there you go. So these are the mods that we have and the gear set that we have at the level 30 vendor. Now what we're going to do is we are going to head over to the theater settlement. So we get over to the theater settlement, we have the vendor right here, and for the named weapon we have the boomstick, which gives us shotgun damage, damage to armor, damage to targets out of cover. Not bad rolls at all. The rolls have definitely been improved. It comes with perfect pumped up reloading, grants 5% weapon damage for 10 seconds. Now remember, this does stack up to 5 times, so you can have 25% extra damage, right? So that's what's really cool about this one. So if you're looking for this shotgun, well, and remember they did get a buff in PvE. For the KSG shotgun, this comes with shotgun damage, damage to armor, rate of fire, and then comes with steady handed. We have the USC rifle, which is going to rifle damage, critical hit damage, damage to targets out of cover, and has perpetuation. Headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effects you apply. We have the gloves. So these are the Morality gloves, weapon damage, repair skills, weapon damage. We have the Alps Summit knee pads, skill tier, health, status effects. And then for the mods, we have the stamina defensive mod with incoming repairs. We have the healing seeker mine. Sorry, that was up 6%. Then we have the shield active regeneration of 4.3%. Firefly max targets. And then the decoy drone, 6% health. So some pretty good items right there. The next vendor we're going to hit is going to be the campus, and then we'll hit the 3 DZ vendors for you. So at the campus vendor, we do have another named item, the commando. So this is going to give us perfectly naked. So if you're looking for that talent, it comes with 10% marksman rifle damage, 91% headshot damage, 8.5% reload speed. You also have a SOCOM MK20 with breadbasket, which marksman rifle headshot damage, critical hit chance. We have a classic RPK that's going to have LMG damage, damage to targets out of cover, accuracy, plus it has frenzy, which is actually a fun talent to use. We have the new gear set, the Walker Harrison Company, which comes with weapon damage, damage to armor, damage to health. So if you're looking at building around this is the mask. Remember, this comes with technically 4 reds, because you have your weapon damage, you have critical damage, weapon handling, and then an empty offensive mod slot. So the rolls on this one actually pretty solid. 13% weapon damage, 10% critical hit damage, 5.5 weapon handling, and then an empty offensive mod slot. We have the Providence holster, which has 9.3% weapon damage, 14.9% repair skills, and then 8.8 explosive resistance. For the mods, we're running with the utility system assist mod with repair skills of 16%. We have the chem launcher for the 5.7% heal. We have cooling vents at 4% range. We have the pulse with at 15.1% health. And then we have the trap charge for the trap for 4.3% duration.
Happy to do business with you.
So that is for all our open world vendors. We do have one in New York City we'll hit at the very end, but let's hit the DZs right now. So for DZ West vendor, remember this DZ West vendor, we have the Harmony. Now this comes with Perfectly in Sync, which is a new weapon. So if you guys are looking at adding this to your skill builds, I'd recommend picking this one up. Rifle damage, critical hit damage, optimal range. This one will cost you DZ credits, the resources. So there's 152 resources for this one. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using that skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds, and damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active. So if you're looking for getting this one, definitely recommend it. We have the custom M8 870 shotgun damage to armor stability with ignited. You have the new, this is one of the newer weapons, I believe, and it comes with future perfect. So another new talent. Remember, weapon kills grants plus 1 skill tier for 15 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grants that overcharge for 15 seconds. So another new talent with rifle damage, critical damage, magazine. So if you're looking for your skill builds, 2 really good weapons that I would recommend picking up. Now they have the new gear set, the Eclipse. Well, now this is more for those status effect builds, which I recommend you guys picking up. These all will 100% be probably God roll, because look at the core attribute, skill tier, and then status effects. You can just max that status effect out. So if you're looking at starting this one, this might be a perfect week for you to get the gloves. You're already good to go. For the knee pads, we have the striker knee pads on here with weapon damage, armor regeneration. We have Alpha Summit gloves, skill tier, skill damage, headshot damage. We have those Fenris knee pads, weapon damage, armor regeneration, status effects. And then we have mods. We have protection from elites. We have the Seeker health one. We have the shield damage bonus per enemy 1%. The Firefly skill tier. And then we have the decoy drone 6% duration. So yeah, that's what we have there. What we're gonna do is we're head over to DZ South, and that's gonna be our next vendor we take a look at. So at DZ South, this is the vendor right here. We have Glory Days. So if you're looking for the Glory Days, assault rifle damage, health damage, damage to armor with perfect nearsighted, receive 100% stability at the cost of 35% optimal range. If you guys have been looking to pick this one up, there you go. We have the tactical vector, SMG damage, critical hit chance, magazine side with outsider. We have the custom P416 with almost maxed out optimal range. It has assault rifle and health damage on there. And then vindictive, we have the officer M9A1 with pistol damage. We have the critical hit damage, and then we have killing an enemy with the critical hit grants 40% critical hit damage and 10 for 10 seconds. We have the Aces and Eights backpack that comes with 10% weapon damage, 7.7% explosive resistance, and empty offensive mod slot. And then you remember the backpack comes with aces in the sleeve, amplifies 1 extra shot when revealing your hand. Now they do have the new chest piece, the new Eclipse chest piece. So if you're looking for the status effect build, remember these almost all come God roll, because you can always re-roll that one attribute. So you have the core attribute of skill tier, 9.9% skill haste. You have the empty utility mod slot. And then this is the chest piece. So it gives you the increases indirect transmission range from 15 meters to 20 meters and refresh percentage from 50% to 75%. Now the new Walker Harrison Company backpack, we do have opportunistic on here. This comes with weapon damage, skill damage, and health roll. We have the Yao chest piece with armor, 137,000 armor, 4.7% headshot damage, 9% status effects, and then it comes with that empty offensive mod slot. We have the unbreakable on this one. Then for the mods, headshot damage, we have the drone extra bombs, 2 extra bombs. We have the turret, 5.8% extra duration. The chem launcher, 4.3% skill haste.
I appreciate it.
Now for the final DZ is going to be DZ East. So let's head there. So for DZ East vendor, she's going to have the Darkness, which is going to be the named marksman rifle with perfect eyeless. So deal 25% 25% weapon damage to blinded enemies. So after 3 kills, applies blind to the next enemy you hit. So it comes with marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, optimal range. They have a classic M44 carbine with 10% marksman rifle damage, headshot damage, swap speed, and vindictive. They have the military L86 with LMG damage, targets out of cover, swap speed with measured on there. They have the new mask, the Eclipse mask. So this has status effects. Remember the 2-piece. Now this is another one that if you're trying to get those, if you're trying to build a pretty much status effect build, there's a lot of these on here. So the Eclipse is definitely all over the place. I think you can get almost 3 pieces of it right off the bat. And then you just have to farm the other one. You remember it comes with repair skills. You can change that to status effects if you want. You can always have that maxed out. So And then you have Future Initiative. And the same thing with these is that they have that one slot, so you can always max these out pretty much where you want, depending on what you're going for. So this one's more repair skill one, so maybe as a healer build. And then for the mask, we have Sokolov mask, weapon damage, critical hit damage, repair skills, offensive mod slot. We have the Walker Harrison Company. So if you're trying to get these Walker, it looks like they put a lot in the DZ. So just go in the DZ, get those DZ resources. So you have weapon damage, skill haste, critical hit chance. You have the utility mod slot with skill duration, chem with 5.9% heal. You have the hive stinger charges, cone size on the pulse, and then shock radius for the trap. So definitely this is a pretty solid vendor reset video. We are in the Haven in New York City, and there's 2 other vendors we definitely want to take a look at. Before we wrap this up, we have the name CMMG Banshee, which is sorry, it's not the named weapon. Sorry, it comes with Future Perfect though. This one has Future Perfect on it. It comes weapon kills grant, that +1 skill tier. You remember? So if you're looking for a Future Perfect, that's a new one. They have the custom L86 on here with measured. They have the police MK17 with ranger, rifle damage, critical damage, damage to targets out of cover. Pretty solid rolls. The M45 pistol damage, optimum range with steady handed. They have a Fenris chest with weapon damage, skill haste, hazard protection, and braced. They have some Wyvern knee pads with critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and then a skill tier on there. They have the DNH mask with weapon damage, explosive damage, armor regeneration. We also have the utility mod slot with skill duration. We have a bleed resistance defensive mod slot. Mod. And then we have the reinforced rotor blades, which gives us 8.6% health on the turrets. The hive, 4.3% duration, and then burn duration on the sticky. Now the final vendor that we're going to take a look at, because the clan vendor that's here is the same that you'll see at the base, but there's one more vendor right over here, and he's going to have the Vector. So he has a Vector with Future Perfect on here. Remember, SMGs did get a nice little buff, so you definitely probably want to take a look at those. And if you're running something like a skill build, might be something you want to pick up with Future Perfect. We have the Black Market with Frenzy. We have a double barrel shotgun with maxed out shotgun damage, 15% shotgun damage with pummel. We have custom PF45 with strained, pistol damage, critical hit chance. A DNH chest with maxed out weapon damage on the chest piece. So if you haven't got that yet, it comes with spotter. And then it has status effects, skill damage, offensive mod slot. Not a bad chest piece at all. We have the Hana U with status effects, explosive resistance, skill tier. Pretty solid roll right there. And then we have the Overlord holster, weapon damage, health, status effects. And then for the mods, electronics mod with, utility mod with 8.3% skill duration, armor on kill, defensive mod. We have a turret skill haste mod, chem launcher, 4.2% duration, and then a trap, 4.3% duration. So overall, I want to say this has been a pretty solid vendor reset. If you're looking for anything in particular, let me know and I'll keep an eye on it. The only other vendor reset we haven't seen is Cassie Mendoza. So hopefully we see her soon. I will see you guys in the next vendor reset. But until then, Nothing But Skills is out.